My name is Sam Bachmann, I'm 17 years old, and this is my 1986 GMC Caballero. Well, to start here, I think I'll fire it up for you, and might want to take the garage door down if I don't want to, hyper suffocate in here, you know the deal. As you can see, she's got that factory high idle option on her, just to get her up to operating temperature sooner so you can run her on the dyno. That's factory. Alright, now that the old hot rod is kind of simmered down a little bit, we'll just shoot her right out here in the yard so I can look at her in the sun. Here we go. So the interior on the old girl, she's good. I mean, this is nice. Of course, you got the 22 caliber there, floor mats, and the cheapest dice I could find on the Amazon. And she's a automatic selector there. But do the gauges work? Yes. Yeah. Yes. I don't. Yes. Let's just go ahead and say it's got that much oil pressure. Sure, it's cold. That's just fine. Then you got the old Hank Williams selector there. Now that does anything. You don't need that. It's a race car. You don't need the heat. And then of course, you got the feature that's kind of standard with these units. And you got the room back here, and then you got the jack and everything back there, and that's supposed to be an ignition kill switch. With the guy I bought it from told me to turn it off if I was ever at a car show, but she does not much. It's even got most of a headliner in it. I'll be dipped. I mean, this beauty she's meant doesn't leak anything. Never been run hard. The body straight as an arrow. Yeah. So again, she's the Caballero. This isn't an El Camino. Kind of a rare model. So you got, this is her good side. This is the going to town side. And of course, it's got some stories to tell in there. You don't need to worry about that. Oh, and about these tires. In 2018, when my uncle purchased this car for me, God bless his soul, he said to me, "You need to get new tires right now." So a guy went ahead and did the right thing, and they're still on there. See, she comes down a little bit. You got the dual pipes there. Once again, she's the 6-cylinder variety. And I imagine sometime between Reagan and Obama, she got a little sassy there in a Walmart parking lot. And then the water gets in here, and yeah. That scratch is gonna stay there because that's from a dog that ain't around anymore. Unrelated now, okay? Wheels are a little dirty. She's got the beauty rings in her. She's good. A little bit of Bondo crackage in there, but that's aerodynamic. You see the air gets in the crack and it pushes down because it doesn't have much weight in the back except for the 4H dinosaur target and the MIG wire over there, but you don't need to worry about that. Front's good though. You don't need to worry about that little guy. You don't need that trim piece. You see, anybody that's ever raced one of these cars knows that they like to pick that side up. So this bumper, it's got, that little kick out and a little bend in it. So when the air comes across it, it pushes it down, So you're not picking up that tire as bad. Quite the machine. So this liner in here, it doesn't do much to protect, and it's kind of flaking off, don't you know? Where's the bar? But she's got the factory good wrench anti-rust compound. So I'm going to try to preserve on that as best I can and not throw rebar in there with a dinosaur target. That's not mine. That belongs to Perry County 4-H. Shh. Don't tell. And it is right pretty out there in the sun. Look at them trees. Yeah. Springtime, let me tell you. Now let's take a little look there under the ranch, eh? He runs like a grandma's sewing machine once she gets a little heat in her. I'm gonna shut her off though for the examination. Hey, big old dog, come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, hello, Jack. Oh, good boy. This is actually some false advertising. No, it's not a 3.8. She's a 4.4. Because there's a tag somewhere on that side that tells you it was bored out 30 over in 1997. Does it have the 93,000 miles on it claims? I don't know. I ain't too worried about it. It's still the same car, even if it has 193 on it, or if it's got 93. It doesn't change anything. It's all right here. But she's the TBI option. And I don't think this motor gets a lot of respect. But where's the S10? Oh, Dad must be feeding cows with it. But we've got other 4.3 with 238 on it. She's still chugging along, minus the rear main seal. But yeah, this engine has run with a gallon and a half of fuel and gasoline in the oil. A gallon and a half. That's just wow. It was so bad that it didn't even want to turn over, and we actually replaced the starter because there was so much gasoline underneath the pistons that they didn't want to come down. Like that. You talk about hydrolocking with a little bit of ether. No, that's hydrolocking right there, bud. But cylinders are still fine. Didn't even have to replace the spark plugs, mostly because they're rusted in there. Do I know what this vacuum line is? No, you don't need to worry about that. That might be why she idles at the 5,000 RPM, you know. And you don't need the air conditioning. So before I ever really drove this car, I was like 15, and I didn't trust myself enough to drive it because I just clipped a tree with the S10, bent the frame a little bit. Don't tell OSHA. But this car drove about as straight as that one shopping cart at Walmart. You know what I'm talking about. You put that one back when you get it. Mom sends you to get a cart and you come back with that one. She's putting your Doritos back on the shelf. You're not getting anything that trip. What was I talking about? Oh, anyway, it's got whole rebuilt steering underneath of it because she was about as loose as I'm not gonna say any names, but you can picture that yourself. Going down. Oh, going down. Oh, no, that doesn't look that new. That was 2018. I rebuilt it, but you know, she got the new tie rods in her. Oh yeah, I got new upper control arms. Oh, all the goodness. Yeah, just look at that. You see, all that was just about gone. And also, that front wheel's just a little too wide because you take a turn too fast. She expertly catalogs herself into the frame there, but you don't need to worry about that. Just go in a straight line. There, Beagle. So my plan for the hot rod. Come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. Yeah, you on the YouTube? Good boy. Well, my plan for the hot rod is actually to go to a junkyard, find an S10 like mine or something, get another 4.3 liter, get some pistons for a small block, get the Vortec heads. I want the TBI block, but the Vortec heads, and then get them hogged out a little bit. A little bit of a cam, maybe a little bit of Holley EFI if a guy can save up enough money for that, and just have a little bit of maybe 1 horsepower per cubic inch. 4.3 liter. There's a Hot Rod magazine story where David Freiberger built him one that made about 300, but that was the full race version. This is a little Sunday cruiser. She doesn't need all the duration in her, you know. But yeah, so I'd like to keep that motor in there, chugging along, driving to church, you know. But then build a little bit of a spicier one I can throw in at a later date. We'll see what happens. So if a guy missed anything on the old Cowboys Cadillac over there, be sure to put her down in the comments and whatnot, and see if you can count how many different t-shirts I wore in this video, because even I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. We'll see if that turns out, but y'all take it easy, and hopefully Derek gets to, you know, hook his peepers onto my car there. I thought that'd be pretty neat. I don't care about winning anything. I just wanted Garrett to see Garrett. I miss Garrett. He's one of my buddies from school. Shout out Garrett if you're watching this. Derek. I want to see Derek hook his peepers on the car in there. See what he thinks about it. Y'all take it easy. Have a safe quarantine. God bless. Gentle. Gentle.